The first AD's job is to run the set and make sure everything runs smoothly. And this starts with smart planning. Thinking about how to schedule the day can be the difference between a fun, productive shoot and a miserable, exhausting slog where you wind up having to cut a lot of shots. Scheduling individual days is connected to scheduling the whole movie, which we talked about earlier. You need to think about what scenes should be shot together and which ones to do first. First of all, don't overschedule. Remember earlier I said you should always strive to underpromise and overdeliver? Well, when it comes time to schedule the day, the more conservative you are, the more likely you'll be able to get the job done well. In order to schedule properly, you need to accurately estimate a number of factors. How long is it going to take the crew to get the gear set up and ready to shoot? Is there a lot of set dressing? Are there a lot of lights? Is there a dolly or a jib or extra camera equipment? Ideally, you want all the departments working in tandem, so everything is ready to go at roughly the same time. If you know one department is going to need extra time, like a complicated makeup setup for an actor or that the windows all need to be blacked out, make sure that that department starts early. That way you don't have everyone else waiting around after their own work is complete. Now you also need to estimate how long each take is going to require and how many takes to expect for each scene. And the longer the scene, the more opportunities there are going to be for screw-ups, which means more takes. If the camera is going to be moving on a dolly or a Steadicam or a jib, that's going to slow down things a lot. If your director's going to want to watch the takes every time after you shoot, that's going to take a lot of extra time. Racking focus during a shot will slow things down. Using special equipment like a fog machine or specially timed lights, all of these things are going to make it take a lot longer to get the scene in the can. One tip I can give you is to start your day with a relatively easy scene. Remember I explained earlier that one of your biggest enemies is inertia? Getting everyone in gear and getting that camera rolling for the first time each day can be really slow. There's just so many things to tweak and fix and reimagine and try out. If you start the day with a very simple scene that's super easy to squeeze off, you'll establish a feeling of momentum and energy that can carry you through the rest of the day. At least until lunch. Coming back from lunch, you might run into that same problem. Sometimes I prefer to break for lunch right in the middle of a scene, rather than taking lunch after a whole scene is completed. That way when we come back, we go right back into shooting immediately, instead of having to set up and build a whole new setup, or a whole new scene. And then, because that can set you back into that inertia problem where hours slip by before you know it, and nothing at all is getting shot.